Hi friends, and welcome to today's morning yoga routine. Today is going to be perfect to detox your body. We're going to be moving through poses, especially to release any tension, any stiffness out of our shoulders that you may be feeling. So this is a great class to release any tension and anxiety and bring alertness to the mind to get you prepared and ready for the rest of the day. So if you're ready, grab a couple blocks if you like, place them on the side, and let's go ahead and let us begin. We're gonna start today's practice at the back of our mat, seated in a hero pose on top of our shins with your knees and your legs together. Just take a moment, place your hands on top of your thighs, relax your shoulders, let them be heavy. Closing your eyes, taking a moment to sink in deeply to your breath as you take a big inhalation. And exhale, releasing the breath out. And again, filling up the belly and the lungs with lots of air. And exhale, letting everything go. Good, and now on your inhale, open your eyes and start to open your arms as you stretch them out. Open like you're giving someone a hug, and then stretch your arms up towards the sky. Interlace your fingers with your index fingers pointing up towards the sky, and try to get your arms behind your shoulders to really pull them back. Bend your elbows now and let your arms come down behind your neck as you inhale. And exhale, you're going to straighten the arms as you let your head fall back. Inhale again, bend the arms behind the head. And exhale, straighten the arms up. So this is the perfect opportunity here as we take gentle movement to sync it with our breath here. Inhale, bend the elbows behind the head. And exhale, extend up, let the head fall back. Last time here, inhale, bend the elbows. Exhale, straighten the arms up and let the head fall back. Good, now come to neutral. You can release the hands behind your side and walk them forward into a child's pose, letting your belly hang over the thighs and let the forehead come down onto the mat. Just let the hips sink down all the way towards the heels. Take a deep breath in and deep breath out. Inhale now as you start to arch and round the spine forward, taking a moving cat and cow as we lubricate the spinal cord here. So inhaling, arching forward into angry cat, and exhale, dropping the belly low, sitting back into child's pose. And again, moving through this a few more times here, making sure that you breathe. So you take this movement, matching your breath here. Inhale as you roll forward. Exhale, letting the belly sink low as you sit it back into child's pose. Last time, inhale, rounding up. Exhale, drop the belly low, let the shoulders be away from the ears, and sit it back into child's pose. Now this time, inhale as you round forward all the way into upward facing dog. See if you can lift the thighs off the mat and let the shoulders be down and away from the ears. Taking this nice back bend as you feel this release and opening in the heart. Good, and exhale, making sure your knees are on the mat. And come into all fours. Find your alignment, shoulders over the wrists, hips directly over the knees. Your back is super straight here. Your gaze is looking down on the mat. As you inhale, go ahead and extend your right leg back behind you. Make sure it's level with your hip. And then extend your left arm in front of you into bird dog pose. Taking a deep breath in and out as you hold your bird dog. Nice strong core. Nice strong center here. Good, and then grabbing your left hand to your left shoulder, go ahead and start to roll your arm forward here for 2, and then moving it in the opposite direction as you take it back. Good, and for 2, and then straighten the arm forward here in front of you, holding your bird dog, bending your back leg, and let the arm reach back to grab the foot. Take your heel towards your glute here, feeling that nice stretch in the quadricep. And then exhale as you pick up the foot and reach it towards the sky, making sure that you still square out the hips here. Opening the the chest, opening the heart, squeezing the shoulder blades together, pushing away the mat with your hand. Deep breath in and out. And then slowly let the arm come forward, the leg comes back, holding your bird dog, releasing the hand, releasing the knee, and shift the body forward into upward facing dog as you inhale. Exhale, come back into downward facing dog as you pike the hips up to the sky. Finding movement, go ahead and walk out your downward dog as you bend and extend the legs here. Just pedaling out the feet one at a time. Making sure that your fingers are spread apart so you get a full grip onto your mat here. Strong arms as you push the hips all the way back towards the heels. Getting a nice release and stretch through the hamstrings, through the back of the legs and the ankles. Helping to strengthen out the feet here. And making sure that you feel into the body here, connecting the mind to the body, letting the mind be empty and relaxed, closing your eyes, shaking out the head, maybe taking some circles with the head here, just letting out any tension go out of the neck, and breathe, making sure not to hold your breath. Good, and now push your hips all the way back here. Feel that nice stretch through the back of the legs. Inhale as you roll the spine forward here into a plank position, squeezing the core into the ribs. Nice straight line. And exhale, pike the hips up into downward dog. Inhale, roll forward, plank position. Using your core, squeeze it in. And then exhale, pushing the weight back, downward dog. Couple more here as you roll forward, inhale, plank position. Exhale, push the weight back, downward dog. Last two. Inhale, forward plank. And exhale, push it back, downward facing dog. Good, now you're gonna drop your knees down onto the mat into tabletop position. Inhale as you extend your left leg behind you, finding your balance, finding your center. And if you're ready, extend your right arm in front of you into bird dog. Taking a deep breath in and out. Finding that stabilization with your core. Let your right hand grab onto your right shoulder and start to move the arm back for 1 and 2, and then moving it to the opposite direction here. Getting a deeper range of motion into that right shoulder joint, and for 2. And then you can extend your right arm forward, bend your back leg, and let your right hand grab your back foot. Stretching the quadricep, bring your heel to your glute first. And then if you want to take it deeper, you can lift your foot up towards the sky. Getting a nice opening through the left hip. Opening the heart as you look forward. With every exhalation, see if you can lift the leg even higher, but keeping the hips square here. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Slowly release the hand and the foot, so the hand will come down first, then the leg comes down. Shift your weight forward into upward facing dog, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, push your weight back, downward facing dog. Breathe it out. See if you can squeeze your thighs together as you roll them inward, getting more activation in the thighs and the quads. Good, now on your inhale, bend your knees, look to the front, and just walk your feet all the way to the front of the mat into standing forward fold, keeping your feet as wide as your hips here. Let your hands stay down on your mat, let the head be loose and heavy in front of you, and just walk out your feet. Letting the shoulders and upper body be really relaxed. Pedaling out the legs and feeling your feet super grounded here. All 4 corners of the feet, and keeping your weight even between your toes and your heels. So your weight's not too far forward, but it's also not too far back. It's right in the middle and balanced. Good, now you can stop pedaling your legs, keep your right hand down. And then bend your right knee and lift your left arm up towards the sky in a standing twist here. And start to windmill your left arm forward and down and around and back up for 1. And then rolling it again for 2. Now take it in the opposite direction. Trying to keep your arm level with the shoulder. If it's not, it's okay. We'll get there over time with practice as you create mobility in the shoulder joint. Now stack your left arm up towards the sky. Try to plant your right palm down on the mat. And you're twisting, squeezing from the belly button here. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Go ahead and release the arm forward. Other side as you bend the left knee. Left hand stays grounded on the mat or maybe on top of a block. Use your modifications. So use the blocks if you need, or maybe 2 thick books. Lift the right arm up towards the sky here. And then start to windmill your right arm forward and down and around and back up for 1. And then just taking it again for 2. And you're reaching back now and taking it in the opposite direction. Just 2 circles on each side. Good. And then once you're done, you can let your right arm reach up towards the sky here. Really twisting from the belly button. So really squeeze as you take the twist deeper. Plant your left hand down on the block or on the mat. Look up towards that top hand and take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Nice. And then releasing the right hand down onto your mat into standing forward fold. You're just going to grab your 2 big toes if you can. If not, grab behind your knees or feel free to use blocks under your hands and stack them. So inhale first, lengthen through the spine, open the chest, look forward. And then exhale, you're going to fold down here. Grabbing your 2 big toes or onto your blocks. Try to see if you can pull your head closer to your knees here. Letting your body be super heavy as you decompress the spine, lengthening, elongating the spine and the neck here. Good, and then as you inhale, starting to come all the way up into standing position, letting the head be the last thing. Inhale, take a deep breath in, stretch the arms out and up towards the sky, palms together, and exhale down to your heart. Taking your feet together here. Just stand nice and tall. Close your eyes for a second as you place your palms next to your body. And just taking deep breaths in, finding that presence. Finding that intention that brought you here today on your mat. And on your next inhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms down, reach them up towards the sky. And then exhale, leading with your heart as you fold forward. Inhale as you halfway lengthen flat back. And then exhale, you're going to step your right leg back into low lunge and let the arms reach up towards the sky. Now let your hips come forward, but not too forward that you arch your back. You want to make sure you support your spine by letting it being straight, but still feeling the stretch through the right hip flexor. Shoulders down, relaxed away from the ears. Engage the abs by squeezing the core. And just breathe. Deep inhale. Exhale out. Try to bring the shoulders back away from the ears here. Really opening through the chest and the shoulders. Good. And then releasing the arms forward. Inhale. Low lunge as you look forward. And then exhale, pushing your way back into half split. Your hands can be down on the mat or supported on top of blocks. Inhale, work with the breath as you come forward, low lunge. And exhale, folding over your top leg as you stretch it into half split. And again, inhale, bend the front knee, look forward, low lunge. And exhale, straighten the leg into half split. Last time here. Inhale, roll forward, open the heart. And exhale, straighten the leg, point and, or not point, but flex the toes towards the sky. Try to palm your hands, so keep them flat on the blocks or on the mat. Inhale as you open the chest first, as you lengthen, and then exhale, folding over the leg. squaring your hips. Your back toes can be tucked or not, but try to see if you can bring your right hip forward a little and your left hip back. So you're feeling even a deeper stretch throughout the left hamstring here, and just melting deeper into this. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Good. Now bending your front knee, coming forward, reaching the arms up into high or low lunge, taking a deep breath in and out. And then letting your hands come back down, lift the back knee, step it back into plank position. You can drop your knees to modify it and take your chaturanga, bending the elbows into the rib cage. Inhale, upward facing dog, taking your back bend. And then exhale, push your weight back, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees, lift to the front, hop or step to the front of the mat. Inhale as you halfway lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, you're going to come into standing position. Open the arms towards the side and reach them up nice and tall here. Exhale, down to your heart. And again, inhale, bend the knees. Sweep the arms up. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, letting your heart fold down first and letting the upper body relax in the standing forward fold. Inhale as you halfway lengthen. And exhale, you step the left leg back, this time into low lunge as you reach the arms up towards the sky. Find your balance. Find that grounding position here with your feet. And just let the shoulders be relaxed, down away from the ears. Making sure you activate the abs here. Squeezing the belly, feeling that nice stretch in the back leg. Good, and then letting your arms come forward, supported low lunge as you look forward. Take a deep breath in, and exhale, straighten the front leg into half split as the toes reach for the sky. Inhale, come forward, low lunge, shoulders down away from the ears, and exhale, push it back, half split. Couple more times here. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, shift the weight back, half split. Last time here. Inhale, low lunge. Feel that opening. And then when you exhale, you fold forward into your half split and we hold. Bringing the left hip forward and the right hip back just a little bit. Giving yourself that slight adjustment to go deeper and advance more into this posture, and also finding the alignment, finding the proper form in the body. Now inhale as you open your chest towards the front of the mat, and then exhale as you fold down. Giving yourself this opportunity to go deeper, giving yourself what it needs today in this practice. Finding where you're holding tension, restrictness in the body, and then deepening the breath and letting it out. Good, and then you're gonna roll forward into supported low lunge. Reach the arms back up towards the sky. Take a deep breath in, arms behind the ears. Exhale the breath out. And the arms come back down, lift the back knee up. Step it back into plank position. You can drop the knees and modify and shift your weight forward. Bend the elbows in, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, push the weight back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Inhale as you bend the knees, lift the heels. You're gonna hop to the front of your mat into a yoga squat malasana with the toes pointing out. Your tailbone is facing down towards the mat here. And try to really push the palms of your hands together, using your elbows inside the thighs to open the knees out wide. Making sure that your feet are grounded and your chest is lifted up towards the sky. Chin is up, and you're taking deep breaths in into the heart, into the hips, into the inner thighs, creating more blood flow into that hip region as you deepen your breaths here.
this pose. Good, and then you're gonna release your hands behind your back and coming into supported boat pose. So you'll just take your legs in tabletop position, knees in line with the ankles, and you can grab on behind your knees to help your back sit up taller, shoulders down away from the ears. Or if you want to take it a little bit advanced, take your arms along the side of your legs here and just sit up nice and tall. Really squeeze the belly in, looking forward and breathing deep into the core, squeezing the legs together. One more deep breath in. Exhale out. Good, and then taking your hands on the side as you roll onto your back, taking the soles of your feet together into butterfly position, placing one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. Closing off our practice, you're just going to take a deep breath in through the belly and the ribs and the chest. And then exhale out of the chest, the ribs, and the belly. 3-part breath. Inhale through the belly, the ribs, and the chest, feeling that expansion and that opening. And then exhale out of the chest, the ribs, and the belly. Good, and then releasing your hands along the side of your body. Close your knees, roll into fetal position onto your favorite side, and then making your way into a cross-legged easy position. At the center of your mat, sit nice and tall, nice and open chest here. And inhale as you take a deep breath in, stretch the arms, reach them up towards the sky. Exhale down to your heart. And again, make this like ocean waves as you take a deep breath in, stretch, and exhale down to your heart. Showing lots of gratitude for being here for today's practice. I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe to Yena Yoga. Give me a thumbs up and a like. I'll see you all next time. Namaste.